Hi, this is Ryan from My Web Design Source. This topic will be about e-commerce, as many of our clients have an e-commerce website, and we service a lot of e-commerce stores out there. Actually, as before I became a full-time web designer, I started out as an e-commerce business owner myself back in 2001, and that's about almost 10 years ago. So I have a lot of experience since I was the one buying the product, shipping the product, answering customer phone calls, and having that insight as my background, I believe gives me a little bit extra on the table as we build your website. So the first topic will be you do have a product and you want to sell it online, and we must have this platform, this e-commerce platform. Now there's when I first started, I used Yahoo stores, and eventually I also went to eBay, where I had several eBay stores that was running and still do. And so those were and I still do have a Yahoo store, but what I use now is an open source platform such as Joomla Virtual Mart, which is a plugin in Joomla, and also Magento e-commerce. These are free open source platforms, meaning that when we download it, there's no fees, and so we can also from this open source platform actually get other plugins, and sometimes the plugins have fees, but most of the time we can get a free platform and customize it to make it like your own website and not a generic one out there. So having chosen the platform will be important, and so these platforms are also content management systems, meaning that you can edit those websites that we built, especially your product images, your pricing, your description, and shipping fees and taxes and all that, all on your own. Of course, when we build your website, we'll input that all for you. Then from there, we'll have the product. It's important to have a great product image, and I've used several photographers if you need it in the area where they can take photos, and especially photos are very important in e-commerce products because those really tell the story. The client wants to, or the visitors wants to see the product, maybe different angles or even a video on your product. From there, once you insert the product and you have your description as well and your pricing, you'll need a merchant account. A merchant account can be as simple as, like, let's say PayPal, and I recommend that for those that just are starting their website, because PayPal does not have like a sign-up fee, and also there can be no monthly fees on PayPal. But if you do have kind of like what they call PayPal Pro merchant account, there's around $29 a month fee. But if you don't want to use PayPal, you can use, like, for example, the Google Checkout, which is pretty okay. The only thing with Google Checkout is you'll need a Gmail account in order to purchase that, so I find that as a little bit of a blockage for your customers. And also you can get like online merchant account, like let's say Wells Fargo, or they use like Authorize.net. That's one of more bigger companies that does online merchant services. Those typically have like $100 startup fee, and also some of them have like a yearly commitment and maybe like a $39 monthly charge. The difference between is PayPal has a higher percentage when you purchase something. I think it's around 4%, and this Authorize.net merchant banking account can be as low as 2%. So there is a difference in terms of percentage being taken off. Now, PayPal is really risk-free, because if you don't like it, or if you're not selling any of your products, you're not paying like a monthly fee, or you didn't have a commitment for 1 year, and you can obviously cancel anytime. Versus the one that has Authorize.net, it's a little bit more formal. Some of them have like a commitment for 1 year, and you do have that initial startup cost and also a recurring monthly fee. So again, it just depends on my clients, and if they're pretty established, go ahead with your Authorize.net account, or if you're new, let's start it off with PayPal. From there, when you process orders, obviously, you'll be able to print out invoices. If it's from PayPal, it can directly link to your shipping account like USPS. On platform wise, we can integrate like UPS or USPS into your back end of your website, um, and also your bank as well, and get your invoicing all there, and basically you can download it to your, let's say, accounting software, so that it'll be a seamless interaction. For shipping, this is something that I've used a lot, so I have a lot of experience in it. And this is the tip: if you're shipping something very light, don't go with UPS. It's very expensive because USPS is cheap. Okay, for lighter items, you can even do first class mail or regular mail. Um, for lighter items, or even a little bit heavy but more compact, you can use the flat rate shipping for priority mail and USPS, and usually they're in a box and you can stuff as much you can there, and they go about 2 to 3 days anywhere around the continental United States. So if you're shipping from Los Angeles to Maine, it'll take 2 to 3 days. But if you are shipping something heavy, do not use USPS because it's going to kill you, because they do fly an airplane, and your mailman's carrying it around. Use UPS for heavier items. And if you're using UPS, if you're shipping within the western United States, it takes 2 to 3 days. But if you're shipping to Maine or New York, it will take around 6 to 7 business days, UPS ground. So if you are going to use UPS, you can use the 2 to 3 day, I guess, express mail they have, and that's a lot of money compared to the post office, smaller packages. So in summary, heavy items, use UPS; lighter items, use USPS. In terms of customer service, some of my clients would want them to give their phone and call them directly, or you can have something where an email set up where they can just ask questions online, and that's fine as well. I find that customer service, especially when you're buying stuff online, it's great when you have a live person in case you want to talk to them. Now, I have used Google Voice before. It's a free service. You can get a phone number and get it routed to your email, and also get it routed to any phone out there. So that also works great. So check that out. It's Google Voice. And eBay eBay is that's probably another topic. I've used eBay a lot, and Amazon as well. And you can also try Craigslist if you're doing something local. You don't need a web designer to post your stuff on Craigslist. So again, if you have any questions, go ahead and email me, call me, or reply to this video regarding e-commerce for websites.